What's up, guys? So I'm hiding from my kids and family outside, but it's not working because my son just followed me. But anyways, I had some things that I was thinking about that I just kind of wanted to share, do a little rant for you. There's been like some Instagram posts regarding like fitness or porn, question mark, and then they'll just go on and on and on about how women, show too much like side boob or under boob, or, they're wearing thong back panties or bathing suits or whatever they are, and just showing too much skin, and it ends up being more sexual than it is like progress pictures. And I just wanted to share my opinion on that if you care at all. But I have always seen the body more like a work of art than anything else. I was in ballet for a really long time, and you really focus on the lines and really like detailed, positioning and things like that, and how even like the way your toes are pointed, the arch in your feet, things like that. And it's kind of carried over to bodybuilding for me. I'm very detailed. If you've watched some of my posing videos, I'm even more detailed than I even show there, because I don't want to come across like I'm nitpicking my body too much and that I'm insecure, because I'm not, but I'm just really I try and be a perfectionist about certain things, and I just know that there's always ways to progress, but I don't feel like being a perfectionist is necessarily a bad thing unless you make it a bad thing for yourself psychologically, which I don't. I feel like I've got control over. But I just want to say that I really enjoy looking at progress pictures with minimal clothing as possible. I definitely don't want to see genitals, and that's not legal anyways on Instagram or anything. But there's no progress when it comes to genitalia. It's muscle, and the butt, the glutes, happen to be a muscle. So, and I, for one, am trying to get mine bigger because it's been so small. And other people maybe have a nice size, but they're trying to lean it out or change its shape or lift it or whatever. It's still a muscle, just like the bicep, the shoulders. And, abs are a good way to show progress as far as leaning out. That's kind of what I look to when I'm cutting. I've seen people even show that their faces lean out in progress pictures, not just, body. But I think we all just need to be mature about it, and if it bothers you to look at somebody in a thong back bathing suit, then unfollow them. I, for one, just unfollowed somebody today because they were posting how they just don't want to see that kind of stuff, and I don't want to hear that, how you're better than everybody else because you don't post those things. I don't feel like I post a ton of those things. I feel like I like other parts of my body better than my glutes. But when I notice some progress, I'm definitely going to share it with people because I really enjoy looking at other women. I do. I think that the female body is much more attractive than the male body. I always have. And I don't know what it is about it. Even when it's softer, when it's like more firm and lean and muscular, I think body in all forms are just gorgeous and have a certain art to them. I don't know if it's because women tend to be a little bit more graceful, and maybe it's because of ballet, than men, because men usually aren't very graceful, even on stage, when you see them in bodybuilding competitions. If you see him pumping iron, I think there's a clip of Arnold in there, and he's taking a ballet class for posing, because you need to be somewhat graceful. And sorry. Say hi.
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 So anyways, I just think if we can all be mature about the way that things are posted and seen, and I know that there's always going to be somebody out there seeing it as a sexual thing, and that's something that you just kind of have to accept as somebody on Instagram with a fitness page. Speaking of sexual, here's a little clip of a sumo deadlift I did today in my gym. It's September 1st, by the way, and this is something I've just been working on, keeping my shins perpendicular to the floor so I don't, bend it too far forward, really bending back, getting that booty back. I've looked up a couple of different, YouTube channels for deadlifts and stuff. I like to do that when I'm not real confident of my form. Really getting it to go low, sitting back, squeezing forward, keeping my chest nice and tight, or not tight, but up, squeezing my lats as always in all of my deadlifts. And, yeah, by the way, these are just 25-pound bumper plates, which is nice because they're a little bit higher. So it's kind of fun. Home gym, whoop whoop. And back to my rant. I was going to kind of talk a little bit about gym etiquette and like the unwritten rules, and if you have extra rules you can feel free to post them below. But re-racking your weights is a big one for me. A lot of people will just leave them up, and I actually there's this big old guy that got off the leg press and had like 5 or 6 plates on either side, and I chased him down. Literally, I was walking so fast to try and get a hold of him, and I said, I think you forgot to re-rack your weights. Except I probably didn't say it in that sweet of a voice. But anyways, so that's really important to do because it's just respectful to the next person. Like, do you want to take off 5 million plates before you do your set? Or, like, what if I just had a bunch of 10 pounds on there and you're a guy? Like, you don't want to take all my 10 pounds off, you know? So no matter how much weight you use, you should always re-rack your weights. Sometimes I'll leave like a 45 on the leg press, but there was a guy at my old gym that had muscular dystrophy, and he couldn't lift up certain weights. And so think about people like that, you know, not just other women, but other men that might not be able to even use the machine because you've, you know, left your weights on it. It's just respectful. It's not your house. It's something that you share with everybody else, and it's important to like keep it clean and take care of that area.
Mom, come on. Mom, Mom.
Okay. You can go inside. Go inside. The other things about the gym is not staring at other people. Nobody wants to be stared at when they're working out, especially when they're doing movements like squats and deadlifts and pelvic raises, or I forget what people call them, like bridging, things like that. You definitely don't want people staring at you, or at all, really. I mean, if you want to look at somebody that, I mean, I look at people every once in a while in the gym, but I don't sit there and stare at them. Staring is just rude. It's something that you learn before you even enter kindergarten. Also, another thing that's been kind of bugging me that didn't bug me before is when people ask you how many sets you have left. So I had just gotten on the hammy curl machine, and somebody asked me after like my first or second set when I was going to be done, and I just think that's so rude, especially since they were standing there using the machine next to it before I had even gotten on it, so they know that I haven't been there. They knew that I hadn't been there forever. And so I think when it's appropriate to ask somebody like, how many sets do you have left, it's when they're like, you know, on a machine and they've been on it for like 4 or 5 sets, 6 sets, and you're like, when are you going to get off, you know? Then you can be like, hey, you know, how many sets do you have left? You know, I can come back or whatever. But if they just got on it, don't be rude, because then, like, I know that I feel rushed, and I feel like, because I want to, you know, share too. I'm not trying to hog anything. But I just think, don't ask. Just go do something else. Come back when they're done, you know? Unless, like I said, they've been on it forever. Let's see. What's the other thing? I guess those are, like, the main points. There's probably other things that I can't think of right now. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you all, and if you don't like something, especially on social media, just unfollow that person. You don't have to look at it. And if it's really bugs you, like in the fitness industry, then you're just going to have to get over it. There are things that bug me, but then you have to just accept it, get over it, move on, figure out a way to deal with it. But I think the less clothes, the better, and I think the more that you can see, the better. And I think y'all just need to grow up and get past whatever kind of cultural block that you have in your head that's making you view things as sexual, and then maybe you should see it in a little bit different of a way. So anyways, that's my rant on that, and I'm sorry I haven't been posting very many videos. I need to get a new phone. I've been using my phone to videotape, and I'm getting the new one in September, so yeah, by the time I post this, it'll be September 1st, so I'll be getting that, and then I'll be able to mic my what's it called? My microphone on it is broken and stuff, so that's why I haven't been videotaping a whole lot. Also, I've been like crazy busy, so that's it for now, and then hopefully real soon I'll have another one out for you, a new vlog update for my NPC competition prep, and some workout footage. So that's it. Maybe even actually I need to start bikini posing more. I can't pose for bikini as much in this house as I could in my other house because it's smaller and there's just not a lot of room. So I'll be doing that in the gym. So my goal is to do it every weekend, which I haven't done it this weekend yet, and tomorrow's Monday. So yeah. So anyways, that's my goal, and I will see you next video.